So what's our next task? How do we revive this language?
How about tonal morphemes?
Let's do case.
Oh,
Could you demonstrate the difference between high falling and mid falling?
high falling is mid falling is ah. Ah is like a sadder version of like oh.
Like
Yeah,
the
oh.
disappointed O.
Yeah, like depressed or.
YouTube, we are
Hello,
back.
YouTube.
We got
Yeah.
Quain here.
Hello, Yad.
Liar. We are going to be working on the language that time forgot, and by time I
Yeah,
mean me.
us too.
I wasn't going to loop you in there, Quain, but
Yeah, yeah, it's fair to say yeah.
I mean, we're sorry. We're sorry, Quat. But we're going to make it right now. So let's go back in and let's get back to work.
Make it more exciting. Yeah.
Scoot this. Okay, so we are in the spreadsheet. And what is this language? What's the deal?
It's tonal, and tonal. That's what it is.
We have one sentence so far in the attested Quat corpus, which is listed on screen here. And Quain, do you want to do the honors? You have greater control of your tonal apparatus than I do.
Okay, let me try. Hot nyam, biki nyam. Yeah.
Which means the owl eats stew, the chicken eats soup.
Oh, I forgot the sandhi. Oh my god, my bad. And I'm not really sure what it is, but we're figuring out things right now.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
I've forgotten more about this language than I have.
Yeah, I think we both did, but yeah.
So
okay, we can take a look at the phonology and see if we want to like add or change anything before we go on. Okay. Shall we?
Let's do it. So we have this three-way distinction in our stop series. We have the aspirate, the unvoiced, and the prenasalized. We have the prenasalized in parentheses for some reason, which I don't recall.
I think it's because it's an allophone of the nasal before initially.
Yes. Okay.
That's why. See, I remember things.
See, Quain remembers. So let's. Is it written down anywhere? I've Kaparsky written here for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. So let's write down this rule, which is prenasalized stops.
Hi, Kaparsky.
Are allophones of nasals in word initial position?
Yeah, I think that's the case. Yeah.
Except not the palatal nasal. Because we have nyam or
yeah, interesting. Because we don't have anything to let it become with, unless we want to add the cursed yeah, which is a bit much.
Yeah. That poor sound.
Yeah, I'm fine with what it is. Like, let's be honest. Yeah.
Okay, so this is interesting because you sort of get the sense of different subsystems within the phonology, that in this language, nasals and stops, these series, the labial, the dental, the velar, nasals, and stops are kind of one thing. And then the palatal nasal is a nasal, but it's not part of that.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a historical reason for that. And maybe there is not.
Yeah, maybe it's like Middle Chinese. Hint, hint.
I don't know anything about
that. Anyway.
Okay, so interesting. Then we have our fricatives. We have
with your beloved aspirated S.
Yes. Which always makes me think of Korean.
Yeah.
So we have our aspirated S and our unaspirated S, our velar fricative, our glottal fricative, and then we have some stuff going on. We have our lateral affricate or aspirated lateral affricate.
Ha. Ha.
Tla. And cha and ja.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our liquids, la, ra, ya, the plain lateral fricative, and yeah, and that's the phonology. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's also a glottal stop.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's very, yeah, it's like symmetrical and asymmetrical at the same time, which is beautiful. Yeah.
And speaking of which, the vowel system is a 4-vowel system. A, E, U, but kind of O as well.
O, yeah, and U.
And U. And presumably, I think this means that we have variation between E and A.
Yeah, I remember I suggested that, but yeah.
Okay. So is this variation, is this alternation between O and U conditioned, or is it free variation?
Interesting.
Okay,
we don't we don't have
it.
any uvulas. That's one condition that might like lower it.
Another condition is closed syllables.
That can be, yeah. So in closed syllables, it drops down to O. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. E, U are A, O in closed syllables.
Yeah, I like that.
And we can keep writing O and U differently. Or we can just write it. I think it would be a bit confusing if we...
Oh, so far we don't have U yet, so that's not a problem.
Okay.
I don't think we have any U yet in our writings.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else? Okay, we have tone, and we have tone sandhi. So we have what tonal categories? We have high, mid, low, high falling, mid falling, and rising.
And rising, yes.
Okay. And then we have a sandhi system which evens out the... So we have an assimilatory sandhi type A, where it goes 5 1 3 1. Do you remember something?
I think it's both dissimilatory, is it? Like it's two falling tones turning into falling rising. So
I see that as assimilatory, because instead of having fall, rise, fall, you have to rise to get up to that second fall. It just turns into a rise.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Or you can argue with like co-articulation or something.
Whereas here we have this low falling low going to low falling.
Yeah, that is like proper dissimilatory. Yeah.
So that's what we have, and then I think we had some question about... This is one of those things where I should have prepared. Don't clip that. 5 1 3 1 1 1 going to 5 1 2 4 1 1.
Oh, so that's I think you can just delete that because it's a bit of a mess, and we haven't really talked about like sandhi domains and things like that.
So let's delete this for now.
Right.
All right. So what's our next task? How do we revive this language?
I think one spice that I'm thinking about, and also I think we discussed this, is how about tonal morphemes, or like some kind of tonal thing, or it can be a syllable, or it can be even a floating tone if that is not wild, not like out there, to just like for example, we could have like some kind of grammatical function, say tense or like person marking or something else that can be executed by tones.
Let's do case.
Oh, Ship also, Ship is excited about tonal noun cases.
Yes, wow. Ship. Speaking of ship, we have a request from the Discord, which from the chat, which I think Quain, you are best equipped to answer, which is, could you demonstrate the difference between high falling and mid falling?
Okay, high falling is ah, mid falling is ah.
So there you have it.
Yeah. So one is more drastic than the other.
So I'll try it. Ah versus ah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of how that would map onto.
Yeah, ah is out. It's like oh, but ah is like a sadder version of like oh.
It's like the O of surprise, like oh, versus oh, like the disappointed O.
Yeah, it's a sad, like disappointed or like depressed or just yeah.
So that helps, although I can't really internalize that myself. But that's how I explain it.
Okay. So let's work on some tonal cases.
All right.
Then, shall we?
So let's give ourselves an accusative. We have a sentence with two transitive clauses here. So I think we can have an unmarked nominative, and then for accusative, we do something tonal.
Yeah.
So how would a floating tone work in this kind of tonal language?
I think there are two ways, basically. So one, you kind of just add up the tones, whatever they are. So for example, you have stew here, stew, right? And if I attach a tonal morpheme, let's say just like hypothetically, just 5-5, right? So if I add as the accusative marker, there are two ways to go about it. So the first way is so it's just like so it's like 3-1-5, which is a tone. So that like in turn creates a new tone, essentially. But it's like pretty clear that it's combined with is combined from 3-1 and 5-5. So that is the first like more how can I say it, transparent way of doing that, right? So and the more opaque way is that just overrides things, like 5-5, make it 5-5, and everything is 5-5. So yeah, that's the second way. And then maybe like something in between, like it can go into a 3-5 or go into one of the existing tones. So we come back to the problem of whether it's structure preserving or structure innovating building, right? So that's the same problem, that whether you stay in the phonological system or you stay or you go out of it.
What if we had it? I'm thinking of something kind of maybe a little perverse.
Go ahead.
What if we had
perverse?
Like, so there's an idea that seems to work for some morphophonological phenomena, which is called morpheme realization constraints. And morpheme realization constraints are things that say when you have morphology, it has to be expressed phonologically somehow. But how will be different depending on the circumstances. So this is one of the analyses that that initial consonant mutation in Celtic languages.
Your beloved Irish.
Yes. Yeah. This is one of the analyses of that, which is that you have to mark this morphological category somehow. But how you do it is going to depend on what you start with. So if you are a stop, the way to realize this morphological category is to become a fricative. If you are a fricative already, then you can't become a fricative because you already are a fricative, so you have to debuccalize. If and so there isn't a consistent
like
operation.
Or like it's like a ladder, or that kind of thing also like occurs in, for example, like consonant gradation, right? In like languages like Finnish, as far as I know. And so it's like
they have historical reasons, but in the synchronic grammar, they are essentially acting like this kind of morpheme realization constraint is operational. That is one analysis of those phenomena. It's not the only one, but I'm thinking, what if we had a change tone somehow? Morpheme.
That is shown as like different tones depending on the tones. Is yeah.
Would that be too perverse?
I get what you're saying, and I like it, but chat, is that too perverse, or are we good?
I think
I see Taga also mentioning something about sandhi, which we can play with, right? So like, imagine like it's something to do with sandhi, but whether like nominative we don't have sandhi, but accusative we do, or something like that. That's very perverse, but I like it.
So everyone in the chat who's weighed in has said that they like it. They
okay, yeah. Ship March, yeah. They all liked it. They all ship it. So yeah, let's.
I don't think this is going to have the. I don't think Quat is going to have the uptake of Quack.
Yeah, that's expected, because we're here just like chilling and talking about sandhi, where like a lot of people who don't necessarily know what sandhi is would be like, oh, what is this? So
exactly.
Yeah. It's for the lovers, or the people who care about this stuff.
This one's going out to all the lovers out there.
Yeah.
All right. So
anyway,
I'm seeing
how would we do that? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's think of how we do this. I want to say it looks like we've lost the YouTube chat on the feed. I don't know what's going on. YouTube seems to be hiccuping a bit today. So I will do my best to read out the things that come in from the YouTube chat, so everyone can see it.
Oh, I can see it. I'm on it. I don't. Yeah. Maybe it's a problem.
It's just not showing up on the recording. So that's a shame.
Not. Yeah.
So for posterity, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Okay. So. So how are we going to do this? We have, let's say, accusative is one of these things that is just marked by changing the tone. So what if we just said all change, 5-5 goes to 3-3, 3-3 goes to 1-1, and we just go down.
It's like a cycle, right? Is that what you're thinking about?
Well, so, that's something that could happen.
Yeah, it is. Like, and maybe it's a relic of like previously active sandhi processes. We don't know, right?
But I think, if it's just a plain circle, maybe that's a little too boring. Maybe there's a merger.
Okay, what are your even more perverse ideas?
Well, what if 5-5-3-3-1-1 go in a cycle, and then the other ones?
Oh yeah, that's actually exactly what I'm thinking about. It's not like a big cycle. It's because when you mentioned like 5-5 going to 3-3, 3-3 going to 1-1. And 1-1, it has nowhere to go, so it must go to 5-5. I guess that's the case, right?
Yep.
So like, yeah. Oh god,
so
this is gonna be a whole new level of shuffling that we're dealing with.
It's called tone shift. I don't know what we call this. Let's just call it X.
Yeah.
So.
Well, X equals to some cycling action.
Except I forgot. This is not SVO. This is SOV.
Yeah, this is. Oh yeah. Your glosses are. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's wrong.
So since the level tones are in their own circle, and the contour tones are in their own circle. Is that okay? So let's just say accusative 3-3. You can see it, right? I'm typing.
Yeah.
3-3, 1-1, 5-5. And what about the other three? So 5-1 goes to 3-1. I think that's somehow reasonable. 3-1 goes to. We could have some asymmetry in a sense.
I like this. This is what this language is all about.
1-1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
3-1 goes to 1-1. And 2-4, you go ahead.
Oh dear.
What are you gonna do?
I think I got the hard one.
Yeah. is the hard one because it's the only rising tone, and so far our contours are either like level or like accusative is sort of like this flat tone case at this point.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Well,
yeah.
Why don't we
So,
go 2/4 to 5/5 then?
I like it. Yeah.
My thinking here is it goes to the sort of unmarked, like
it seems to go to the like end point, but like the extended end point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you know what I mean by that. So, but it doesn't hold up with the contour with the level tones because level tones are just shuffling.
Mm-hmm.
But the contour tones like 5/1 is low and 3/1 is low, so these two are ending up like lower, even lower, and 2/4 goes to higher, which I like it.
It's like you can push it down as far as you can go.
Yeah.
And then
Before
once it goes
starting starting to bounce up.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that is the accusative tonal mutation.
Okay.
So then we have essentially.
Yeah. Do we want more cases?
I think we have to have more cases.
Under that. Yeah, we have to.
So I'm gonna just say 5/5/3/3 3/1/1/1. So now instead of going hlu, we go hlu, and instead of going su, we go su.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, and I think that sentence should not have sandhi to begin with because it's like SOV. It's like pretty clear which is which, so it's not like interacting that much, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that is good. And cool. Maybe we can do genitive and call it a day because we're like
we're getting close to the
out of time. Yeah.
All right, so I think genitive.
I'm thinking it has to be something that has a phonetic component, like has a phonological form, which together with the tone it can change the tone somehow.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you agree?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm looking very evil on screen right now.
Oh. Yeah, we're just like conspiring at this point. Okay. Genitive chat, any suggestions of what the genitive morpheme should be?
I keep Tay-on-daying away from the mic to take my my drinks of water. I find it quite amusing. I laugh to myself every time I do it.
I'm looking at chat. Okay. Target says maybe a genitive has stronger sandhi on it because it always expects another morpheme. I quite like that idea. Yeah, actually. Yeah.
I like
considering it's like a clitic, right? Mm-hmm. It's like something that you attach onto something else.
And Ships had a great I like this r. What if r is
we have r, we have u, and we also have klom, which is a wild one.
I love that one. What I was thinking is if we use r, we can actually just overwrite codas, because this language doesn't seem to really care that much about the integrity of its roots. So
yeah, we're already like destroying roots. Like we don't care about the like keeping its originality, so to speak. So yeah, let's go for it.
All right.
Marsh says I like R, and R, or Target says R looks cool. So yeah, people are all for it. So,
all right. So genitive is R.
With sandhi.
Yep. What sandhi?
Yeah, that's the question. It can. What sandhi?
What if we have?
Maybe it's just R with the plain, our ordinary version of sandhi. So, But the thing is, our sandhi is left dominant. So it what part are we keeping and what part are we sandhiing is the question.
Well, we don't have another tone to sandhi yet.
Yeah. And since like the R itself doesn't carry tone unless we make it so. which we can.
Which we can.
So,
the other option is that we can do another mutation and just have two mutations. Like we have mutation X and mutation Y. And mutation X is this one, and mutation Y is a different one. And the accusative is just...
This is like full-on tonal Irish at this point.
Yep. It's... Okay, guys, we're doing tonal Irish. Tonal Irish. Fellas, it's a tonal Irish.
So what about just the other direction then?
All right.
Like, yeah. You know what I mean, right? So like 5533 and what about the other ones? So 2-4 I think we'll go to 5-1 because that's exciting.
3-1 to 5-1.
5 yeah, and
5-1 to 5-5.
Like that. Take that. Cool.
Cool.
All
right. Well, this has been a very productive
So the genitive is like mutation Y plus R. Yeah. As you have already written. So yeah.
And so just so that we can show one form, let's say the owl eats...
yeah, maybe chicken soup is like chicken genitive soup, right? So yeah.
The chicken eats chicken soup. That's cannibalistic, though. I don't know about that. That's...
No, not in the sentence. Just as its own phrase.
Okay.
Yeah. Or the human. We can coin a term for person and just say person eats chicken.
Max is asking why Kaparsky is just written down there.
Oh yeah. Kaparsky is just it's having a party with us. Yeah, nothing special.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Though, if we could we could get some big name linguists on the stream.
Yeah, I've seen him, and he's a nice fella. Anyway,
if you're watching, standing invitation.
Okay, so person, maybe we can just coin it ourselves because we're running out of time.
All right.
Okay, let's have it start with "cl" then, because I don't know. Targa, I think, suggested. Oh, Jack actually suggested someone with "cl."
Clom?
So, Clom, yeah, Clom can be person. Why not?
That's Jack's suggestion. Let's put it in. Clom.
Yeah.
Person.
Clom.
And why do I have all of this? I don't know. All right. So, what's our possessor possessum order?
Given that, okay, we are sort of head final, right? At this point, so yeah. So we'd go with like oh god, I can't distinguish the two. Like head final, so it's possessum. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how strong that correlation is. Like the correlation between V
and because like it can vary. I get your point,
but let's so for the sake of getting something on paper, paper.
Yeah.
Let's go where we need some space. Let's put it here. So what did you say? Possessor possessum?
Yeah.
Okay, so why do we have person here? Oh yeah, the person.
So chicken genitive soup is what I was suggesting.
So person, chicken, genitive, soup, eat, right?
Yeah. Oh, space. We can, I will sweep the inspirations out of sight.
Thank you.
Okay. Mickey. Even I'm having trouble pronouncing this language. How fantastic.
So this should be like this, right?
Mickey. Wait.
Because it's 1-1 going to 3-3.
Okay, so 5-1-1 is going to 3-3. So yeah, that's
this
the big kid.
So this is like unreadable.
No, don't do that. Oh my god, that's hideous. I think just 1-1, 2, 3-3. Maybe. That's. I don't I can't think of a good way to put it.
Maybe
right
slash.
Now, yeah. To 33R to R33 maybe. Maybe that's better. I don't know.
But but this is no longer 1-1.
Yeah, I know that is no longer okay.
This is
maybe that's better. Yeah.
This is something. So okay, what's our sentence? It means the person eats chicken soup.
Yeah.
And Quain, will you do the honors?
Oh, I would attempt. Okay. Klom bikir tu nyam. Okay. I think I did it justice. Yeah.
I think you did it justice. Well.
Okay.
We are at time though, chat, YouTube, everyone. Let's call it a day here.
Yeah.
YouTube, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you, Quain, for coming on. This has been an absolute delight.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here for the second time. Which
thumbs up.
Yeah, and hopefully more.
Oh yes, indeed. We've got unfinished business.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, YouTube. Niskam and Birai.
Yeah. Birai. Yar.
Yeah.
Birai.